Hey, what's going on? It's your main man, Stilo Mancia, and today I'm going to go ahead and talk about how to hook up your iPad to your DJ gear so you can record your mixes. One of the cool things about iPad right now is you have the new Logic Pro app. I went ahead and got it from my iPad, and I'm in love with it. Being that I produce, sometimes I do have ideas while I'm on the go, and having that mobility has definitely been game changer, honestly. So I think it's pretty cool. Also, I decided to think about it. I said, well, listen, it's a DAW. I should be able to record into it, right? Logic could tell you, no pun intended, that you should be able to do that. So a lot of times I want to go ahead and record my mixes when I play at some certain venues so I can go ahead and upload it to Mixcloud and some of my other social media platforms so that people can go ahead and check out what I do or how the night went, so on and so forth. So I thought this would be the greatest way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how it is that I set up my rig in order to be able to connect to the iPad and record straight to Logic Pro. Let's go. Well, the first thing you're going to need, and this is not to be obvious, is a DJ rig, right? Somewhere you're going to go ahead and mix on in order to get ahead and have an output of what you're trying to record. Next thing you're going to need is some kind of adapter. For example, if you have an iPad that uses Type-C, you can get something like this right there where it's basically USB to Type-C. If you have an older iPad, or if you're still using the other end, like this, for example, then you can get something like this, which is kind of some like camera adapter. I believe that's what they call it. So with this here, you have the option of hooking up USB there onto the lightning cable. And the cool thing, well, the not so cool thing about this would be that usually with those iPads, they don't have enough power to run, so you'd have to hook up your power source to there in order to be able to be connected to electricity while you're playing. The next thing you would need is probably some kind of portable interface. This is old, but it does serve the purpose. In this case, it does do exactly what I needed, so I don't need to go ahead and purchase anything too crazy. Obviously, it's up to you if you want to get yourself something more expensive. This one's made by Behringer, UCA202. I believe you can find these on Amazon for like 15, 20 bucks or something like that, you know, something to carry with you. And this goes USB RCA. And of course, you're going to need some kind of iPad. This one right here is the iPad Pro. 12.9 inch. Yeah, I know it's kind of big, but I'm blind. As you can see, I do wear glasses. But this right here is definitely it's a workhorse. It definitely does what I need it to do. So obviously what you're going to do here, you're going to go ahead and launch Logic. And then once you're in there, you're going to go ahead and hit the plus sign. And that's basically letting them know that you're getting ready to do something new. And in this case, we're going to go ahead and pick tracks. And from tracks, we're going to go ahead and pick audio. All right. All right, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure you hook up your adapter. In my case, I'm hooking up this Type-C to USB adapter into the interface. Then you're going to go ahead and hook up your RCA into your input into this one. Is how that would be for this particular device, and I'm pretty sure it'll be the same with any interface you decide to use. All right. Once you got everything hooked up, you're going to go ahead and hit these little three buttons right there. Drop down, go into your settings, and then you're going to make sure that your audio is auto-selected to display what you're hooked up. In other words, here is going to show that I'm hooked up through the USB, through the Type-C in this case, so it's definitely there for my input and my output. Afterwards, you're going to click on the bottom here. It's going to open that, where you have your options for the channel that you're actually arming right now. You're going to hit those settings, and of course, you're going to make sure that the same thing is showing up. So you got your input, USB to audio C, also output USB audio codec, which is exactly what it's named for this particular device. And then once everything's set up, make sure your device is on. As you can see, mine is lit up, and we should be good to go. Afterwards, make sure you arm the track. The track is armed, and the minute I hit the record button up top, we should be able to go. So let's get some music on. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit record. We should be able to go. And now, as I press here, we're off to the races. Now, one thing I did forget to mention, if you go here into your inputs and you click on the device that you're gonna be using, you have the option for mono or stereo. Obviously, that's up to you. If you're recording a mix, I would put it in stereo. Right now, I recorded in mono, but that's just because I was just showing you how things work. I would typically put it in stereo. It'll give you the stereo option for your left and right. And yeah, so that's how I would record on my iPad using Logic Pro.